Hey everybody, fresh practice game I'm going to be casting here right now. This came from Reddit. Redditor by the name of Inside Operations sent me this match ID, and it looks to be like a really fun draft. It has Muerta in it. I haven't casted a game with Muerta in it yet, so I'm really interested to see how that shakes up, where she's going to be played, and how that's gonna just unfold. Let's get into it. Alrighty. As we're looking here, checking out this draft. We have some interesting storylines that can really unplay here. We have, Radiant has this massive power spike with PA and Storm Spirit both gonna just pop off at around the same time in this big game and create a lot of discord in the Radiant in the Dire ranks. And then over here on the Dire side, massive amount of team fight between Earthshaker, Bristleback, and Leshrac. So not to mention Muerta and Weaver, massive team fighters in their own right. But really, I think what we're going to see here is kind of both these power spikes kind of clashing in this mid-game timing. It looks like Muerta's going to be played as a support here, so some really aggressive, interesting wards here being placed. And
30 seconds to battle.
I think it's going to be, I really think this game is going to be all about vision, because these two teams are going to want to team fight each other. It's going to be massive, it's going to be wild, it's going to be messy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to spit all the words of everything that's happening, but the focus I'm going to be really looking forward to is figuring out who's going to be able to get that better initiation from vision. I think that's going to be key. I think this is relatively low-ish rank. I didn't really check the MMRs beforehand. I'm not going to criticize any builds or anything. I'll just PA getting low here, but it looks like she'll be fine. And they gave up the ward here, which surprisingly, it was kind of aggressive. Maybe a miscommunication about if they could get that kill or not. So this mid game, I think this matchup is relatively even. I think it all depends on the jukes with the split earth, if they can pull it off or not. And in this top lane, so Earthshaker, Weaver versus Jakiro, and the Centaur Warrunner. This is a bit of an odd lane pairing. I don't think I've ever seen this exact matchup, so it's hard to speculate, but I think it would be slightly Dire or Radiant favored, just with the tankiness. And as I say that, my boy Centaur is getting low here, and it looks like he's gonna drop for the first blood. So first blood being giving up, and damage happening, and there's that storm, that connection with the split earth, Storm Spirit being caught in the split earth, and that's exactly what I mean. Granted, he doesn't have his ball lightning yet, but even then, catching those early split earths can lead to a lot of punishment. So a lot of aggression coming out from Dire early. 2 kills on the board, not 2 minutes in, and the aggression will continue. So these lanes, so far, shaping up a little bit better for Dire. Let's look at the last hits here. Silence coming out onto this Ogre, taking a lot of damage. This might be another kill here. I think it will be. So these deep wards really paying off, giving a lot of vision into this area. I mean, not that they needed it just to run him back, but gave them the extra confidence to know that they can make that play. And it's going to make it even easier now when they know exactly when he comes in. So regardless of dying, Centaur farming decently well. We'll continue to watch the aggression here. This might be yet another kill going on the board for Dire. So this might be Radiant finally claiming a kill here. Muerta getting really low here, having to use the fairy fire, and she might just get away. What is this skill called again? It's the calling. The calling slowed them all, and PA's gonna get punished for it. He might even drop here. I think he will. So that's another kill. Radiant not catching a break here, and Muerta will just prance off. and take that rune that they didn't get in the early game. So rough go for Radiant here, starting not finding really any connection with their skills and their movements around the map. Once again, the Centaur just getting punished for being just slightly out of position. And these are those Dota games that feel bad, you know, just everything's going wrong. But you know, it's also those PA games, and Storm is just got caught here again. Man, he's gonna get zapped. So Earthshaker might end up going down here, and finally Radiant gets that vengeance kill. You know, Magic Hero living on a prayer here, 70 health. But there are just fights everywhere on the map. I don't actually know where to look at any time. We were watching Jakiro almost die, that Muerta almost died. Lots of aggression coming out from every lane here. And sorry to give everyone whiplash, there's just so much to look at here. And Muerta taking hits. The calling is slowing everybody, and Muerta's taking a lot of damage. Is going to die to the dagger from PA. So it might be a trade here. Not enough mana for another Quill. He's really close to it, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He's going to end up backing out. And through watching that, we missed the Shikiro death up here. There's a lot of aggression happening from the Dire squad here. And regardless of having a hoof stomp, it's not a whole lot of return damage that this Centaur can pump out. Mid, big fight breaking out. The Leshrac, having hit level 6 first, put the foot on the gas pedal and just barely lived. So it's going to take a little bit till he's level 6, and it's a trade top. Centaur and Earthshaker trading each other. Jakiro might go down here. Nah, it's going to look like the bug will dip and not continue on it. Down here at bottom, PA doesn't dare enter the calling. It's strong skill, the silence. And the slow. 30% slow. Combined with the goo, it's a pretty nasty combo. And PA just getting got here, gonna jump away. Will it be enough? And she gets shot by Muerta. So it's a tragic way to go, but it's the cards they were dealt. So Radiant not finding too much of a footing here, trying to find farm where they can, but it's really difficult with these lanes. I think these are some of these lanes. Oh, and the Storm Spirit rotating in, trying to get this Earthshaker. Can he do it? Oh, he's so low, and the double stun, he gets away. Oh, that feels bad. When you rotate all the way up, use all your mana, and the man lives with 50 health. That doesn't feel good. Oh, that's just the worst. The absolute worst. So, tragic event after tragic event for Radiant here. I think that mid-game timing, if they're going to hit it, is going to take a bit longer. Let's switch this to net worth now. This Earthshaker, can't believe he got away. Thought that was a done deal. PA going for the aggression here on Muerta, but feared the ricochet going off, and he's gonna get stunned here and end up giving his life. The rotation with the Earthshaker coming back down, they're gonna pick up 2. So it's Radiant not finding the connection there. The PA, that little bit of aggression onto Muerta, but not anticipating that the Earthshaker would have that TP available for an instant rotation.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Radiant right now, you know, at this point in this journey, has to find farm. You know, that's gonna be the name of the game. They have to find the farm, hit the levels. So I'm going to be looking for them to really ward defensively and figure out where they try to find that farm. and how they group up. So I think the supports probably maybe group up with the Centaur and go try to find some kills. A deep aggressive ward here from the Earthshaker. So I really like this play, kind of understanding that they're going to want to have to farm and try to find that. And this connection onto the Storm Spirit, it's not going to be enough. The man had no mana to really get away with. And this aggression from the Leshrac, it's going to be 2. Shakiro's really far out at his tier 1 and just completely surrounded by Dire heroes. Nowhere to go. Echo Slam aggressively used on 1, and it's going to be a knockout right there. Dire grouping up early, understanding they have won every lane in their right and are ready to push. So they're just they're grouping up and doing that. So Storm Spirit with the Vengeance play going in and not getting much of a connection, but able to at least defend this tier 1 tower. I wonder if they'll spot out this ward. Okay, as I say that, Storm Spirit immediately puts down a sentry and dewards it. So that that's gonna be step 1, you know, securing your jungle and then figuring out how they set up some vision to avoid those kinds of ganks happening a bit later. So let's look at item builds a little bit. So Weaver going Desolator here. That makes a lot of sense. Against support Muerta, nothing too interesting to look at. Leshrac going Bloodstone. Pretty normal build. Really good timing. The Voodoo Mask. A lot of sustain. You know, how's PA doing? PA, oof, that's a rough 10-minute place to be. But going Deso as well. And the 3 from Dire. Smoke up. Going to go find this PA. This tower's gone, and PA's out kind of far. Smoke breaks, daggers thrown. PA has to figure out how to get out of here. Will Muerta be able to create enough disruption here? I think it's gonna be enough slow, but the what is that skill called? The the dead shot misses, and the PA is able to get out. So whew, man, hitting that skill shot would have been sure death for PA. So that was a really close call, but they're gonna continue their gank and try to find some of this aggressive vision. Same thing as before. So even if PA lived, I mean, TPing out and then having to go walk back into your jungle to farm doesn't feel good. So farm is delayed. Even if it's not a kill, it's still pretty successful.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
And a bit of a wraparound here at mid. See this this bottom duo, this Muerta Bristle, really operating quite effectively together to create a lot of pressure. It's a lot of slow. As I say that, Earthshaker going in really deep, but also himself completely surrounded, using Echo Slam, but kind of whiffing it, and he's going to give up his life for it. So Radiant, for the first time in a long time, getting a trade where they are only the winners and not losing. So it's you got to have about 10 more of those, and we got a game. Let's see what happens here. Centaur finding the connection, going for the stun. Is it going to be enough to chain stun it? He's going to instantly go back, and as I've said, this PA was caught at bottom by the dynamic duo here. It must have connected, and they got the kill. And jumping around, the Weaver got his Desolator, I think, just in time. And I'm missing kills everywhere because I'm having to catch up. And so Bristle getting killed by the Storm here. So Storm involved in 2 kills now. That's exactly what you want. And we're gonna hit something here. Jakiro just getting got on. And so it's this massive invasion by Dire, taking over this jungle, instantly smoking. This is a massive amount of aggression. I love this, where they smoke. Look at these wards. They don't want Radiant to find any farm. Smokes breaking up. Invis rune at use here. Is Centaur just gonna give it up again? I mean, this poor guy, he just getting gone on over and over, but he is completely surrounded by the entire Dire crew. I don't think there's anything he can do here. He's hexed up, he's getting chased, but the man lives. He's gonna make it out. I thought he was toast. So Dire posturing really aggressively to take this top tier 2, and Storm Spirit and PA are finding space. So it's a little bit of farm. It's a trade-off for a little bit of map control, and the Ricochet hits that time with Deadshot, and Jakiro will walk away though, despite the connection. So Dire postured super aggressively, ready to control Roche, the triangle, and punish any opportunities for Radiant to find farm in this map. Is killing out this Ancient Stag. Radiant really wanted this. So 4K net worth differential. Dire pulling ahead 19-5 at this 13-minute mark. This has been an action-packed game. Really fun to watch. Just that there's been so much fighting, it's not really fun to just watch Radiant get pummeled over and over. But still very action-packed nonetheless. So Dire moving towards the middle to connect with their 3 people, and it's almost a 5-man group up here. Echo Slam at the ready. Will we see it be used here? Moving in deep, and we will see it be used indeed. And the Ogre's going to give up his life almost instantly. And Earthshaker's going to trade Storm Spirit, going for the clean slide by to take him out. So some passive aggression coming over here from the Leshrac, pushing out this tower. And Storm just trying to make it stop. So will Radiant be able to do anything here? PA still inching towards that Desolator. I think when we see that, we'll probably see a little bit of a spike where we can see her join a little bit more. Bloodstone up on the Leshrac. Ag Scepter in the queue for Bristleback. How will Radiant respond to this? We haven't really seen an aggressive smoke from Radiant yet. Any kind of play that would make a lot of sense here. Some warding coming out, trying to find some of that dewarding, but not connecting. You know, the vision here is going to time out kind of soon. And this ward, I mean, you never ward this spot. I mean, at least most people don't. It's a really great ward. It's a cool location. Catching people going to farm, catching people who are going to defend that tower. And the farming game kind of continues. Centaur getting caught over here. This is the first time in the 15-minute game that people are just kind of chilling and farming, but looking like Storm might get got here. He's been spotted by this Weaver, and there's no stun follow-up connection, so he's going to be able to walk away. And an Ogre is going to be able to do the same because of that ice path from the Jakiro. So Dire not finding those easy kills like they were earlier, but still finding kills nonetheless around the map. Storm's a big prize to pick up here. Let's see if he actually, if we find any connection. I think in a few minutes we're going to start seeing some smokes being used to try to secure this triangle, because I think Roche is going to be incredibly important in the next few fights. They're going to take place in this top area, and right now Dire has amazing control over this top. They have the shrine here and the wards here. So interesting place to smoke right in the middle of the river, but it didn't actually seem to be under vision. At least they didn't ping it out if it was. I couldn't quite see if it was caught on that. Anyway, they're going to smoke towards this top while PA just kind of does PA things and pushes. And are we going to see a bigger rotation over here? Bristle seems to be just kind of farming, and it might be that Dire just lets this tower fall. Bristle's in the area, just playing a little poke around, and we're seeing massive DCs from Dire, so this might be the opening they were all looking for. And Bristle getting caught out alone over here, gonna die. And seems everyone is reconnected. Ice Path connects onto the Muerta. Doesn't look like it's going to be an immediate death. PA's here in this fight, though. This is the first time PA's been here. Muerta's going to fall, and a pause comes out. So this is... and we're back. Alrighty. This team fight just breaking out here. Daggers going out onto this Leshrac. Charge coming out from the Radiant team. Massive TPs coming in from every angle here. And the Echo Slam being used. It's going to be a bit of a doozy here. We're going to lose 1 for 3 here. It's a bit of a long fight. And so long, in fact, that the Bristle is already TPing back into the initial fight where he died. So really long one. Jakiro's going to die on the tail of it. And Radiant's going to have to retreat. Will this Storm actually make it out? Doesn't look like Weaver will actually find him. So, bit of an awkward fight to even start with. Start with some DCs, and then Bristle kind of getting caught out. But nevertheless, you know, when we talk earlier about what Radiant has to do to get back into this game, they have to find farm. And this net worth differential hasn't gotten bigger. It's gotten smaller in the last 5 minutes. And that's really all you need. So, it's... at least you need map control, you need XP, you need a lot of things, but you got to start with some gold. You need some items. So this is it's exactly what Radiant's doing, and as I say that, it's down to 2k. So you know, PA not going with a bit of a farming build, but finding some farm nevertheless. So still pretty low in the net worth. I think it's a lot of this Storm Spirit leading the charge here, but Stampede. I called it charge before. Stampede. Anyway, the farming recommences. You know, Bristleback not feeling afraid of being punished up top, farming really aggressively here, and looks like he'll maybe be able to walk away. Aggressive Storm surge forward. Jakiro using the Macro Pyre, kind of getting stuck here. It's a lot of damage. The man's going to fall. PA coming in to seal the deal, even if Ogre gets the last hit on him. Muerta out a little deep here, and bit of a secondary fight happening on this end where the Centaur died to the Weaver. So split fight, maybe some miscommunication. I think Radiant could have done a little bit better there if they were on the same target. Zip's coming out onto the Earthshaker. They have an opportunity here. People are split. Can he get away? PA took the Fan of Knives, and it's going to be that extra damage that's actually going to get the kill. So that's really great. Storm jumping in super deep to find this Muerta. It doesn't look like it'll be the kill, but nice dead shot. But he'll be able to zip. Bit of a confusing place to be. I think he kind of zipped backwards accidentally, and but he'll be fine. So Storm playing with his life here, but not getting super punished for it. And Radiant hitting the tower. So 2k net worth differential. Centaur, Blink Dagger at the ready. Haven't seen Centaur really making meaningful connections in team fights. He's hit the odd stun, but I'm really looking for that you know, that blink stomp, you know, that really just messes up the combo. Ag's almost ready on Bristle, and Lincoln's ready on Weaver. So interesting decision to go Lincoln's on Weaver this game. I mean, it's not a bad item for Weaver in general, but in this game, the things that can stun you, I guess it's okay. You know, Ogre and Storm. Centaur getting caught out here. Not really a whole lot he can do other than run and die. As I say that, Ogre dying on the other end of the map, and we're right back to 4k net worth differential as this Blink Dagger coming out on the Earthshaker. Paying off. Pink's coming out into top. A lot of damage onto the Leshrac, and big burst coming out from the top killers on the Radiant side. So PA and Storm hitting the combo. So a lot of push right now happening from Dire. I would say, you know, it's surprising because I feel like it's not It's not a bad push lineup, but they're really split. I expected them to be a little bit more grouped up. They have a lot of team fight. Like this Earthshaker is kind of off on his own. As I say that, he's getting a kill for it though. So it's maybe a better read. They get the tower, the tier 2. They're going to be able to take the shrine with that opening. And Dire moving towards Roche, kind of recognizing that's the next thing they have to get. And this poor Centaur is getting caught again. My man is bugged up, stunned up, and he's going to give his life. Or is he? He's... Okay, he will actually. But Storm coming in with the clutch save and the counter kill onto the Earthshaker. And the aggression never lets up. Bottom. PA getting dangerously low, and it looks like Ogre's gonna have to give his life to save the president, and he'll do that. So the Dire finding the connections around the map, pushing in the lanes, and Radiant not able to find that farm that they really need to. So it's gonna get pushed in here. Dire still has really amazing aggressive vision, kind of understanding both choke points for where Radiant even could go farm, so be able to spot that out. So it's a difficult map to play if you're Radiant. Let's see how they respond. So tower's gonna fall. Lincoln's popped. That's about it. So what do we see next? Would love to see. So Earthshaker has a smoke. Let's see if they group up and try to go for that Roche play. Bristol, Ag's ready with a pipe queued up. It's an interesting build. They do have a lot of magic damage, but also have a PA. So I think it makes sense to do in this game. So Crystal is up on the Weaver. Gonna be going dataless. TP boots ready on Leshrac. And a bit of a pincer maneuver setting up from Radiant, kind of getting smashed from both sides here, with Weaver coming in over here, and Huerta and all the others here. PA's going to get feared, silenced, and stunned up, and she's going to die. So Leshrac just running, just full Tokyo drift at this Jakiro, and he's going to end up giving his life. And the net worth lead grows for Dire. So Radiant trying to group up, trying to use their spells just to get a tower here in mid, unlock some of the map, and not able to find it. Dire will smoke 3 and move towards that mid. Storm Spirit, Orchid at the ready with a Yule's queued up. I think Leshrac had a Yule. He does have his Yules as well. So, interesting play to fear the ogre to the low ground, wall him off, and then kill him. It's some next level play. It's pretty cool to see about the Huerta. Storm making it out over here with mass TPs, kind of trying to pick him up, but it doesn't look like it will actually amount to anything there. And Dire will retreat a little bit. Wow, look at this vision here. We have a ward here and a ward here. Not a whole lot Radiant can do and not be seen on the map. So BKB almost ready with PA. This BKB Deso, that's the classic PA power spike. We've all felt it in our games. You know, this moment when PA was scary, and the Echo Slam coming out, the full combo onto the Storm Spirit. The man's gonna drop. Radiant can smoke all they want. The Jakiro and the Centaur, but that there's no way they can save their Storm. So this is a good play to set up for that push. Storm is by far the peskiest hero to push in against. I'm surprised Dire haven't gone for a Roche play. It seems to be a bit of a misplay in my opinion. When you're ahead like this, you want to increase your advantage and not create opportunities to throw. You see some pings already coming out of Roche, so maybe they heard me and they're going to go Roche right now. So it's always a bit of an unsafe thing to feel like you're strong enough, push high ground, and completely throw your lead. We've all had that game too. So Dire shoving in these side lanes, retreating back to Roche. This will be the first Roche of the game, so not the most impactful one, but if you're pushing high ground, it's impactful. And we'll see this. So no big team fight ults like Echo Slam up, but that'll be up in a minute. Let's see if Radiant responds. I think they'll probably just let this fall. There's nothing they can really do about it. It's so far away. And Dire pulling back into the jungle, increasing the stranglehold on Radiant. 11k net worth differential. Aegis in the bank here. What's the next play? Ogre smoked up, trying to just get a little bit of vision here. Just get a little bit of something. And quickly running back and just tiptoeing into your own triangle, just trying to find a little bit of something. And that D ward's going to get immediately got. So, high ground defense. Radiant has to find their opportunity to blink in, stun onto the PA. Gonna dodge the split earth. Bristle tanking the tower, just kind of doing Bristle things and hanging out up here. A lot of damage coming out. We're going to see the Storm jump in, and the Macro Pyre. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. The man's going to fall. So that's one down. Here's that blink in that I was talking about that I wanted to see from that Centaur, and he's just running over him. He's going to find the double, and there's the kill. So he's going to give his life for it, but this is a 2-0. Well, 2-1, and that's a high ground defense. So, I mean, this is Radiant doing what they need to do again. Tiptoeing out a little bit, finding the connection onto the Weaver. BKB is going to be used, and the Ogre's going to get punished for it. So it's a 9-second BKB right there. That's a tough fight to win. Fortification used. Oh, he's so low, and he's going to actually get the kill in the end. So big defense here from Radiant. You know, got to use some big things like jumping in. Man, this Weaver just living on a prayer over here. One crit, and this man's done. They're going to find it. So that's the Aegis. Will they find the Leshrac? This could be a whole 5-man wipe here. He's tanky, but he's going to get got. This is that power spike with the PA I told you about. This opportunity. So it looks like Weaver will just retreat, but this is exactly what Dire had to do. It chopped 2k net worth off of it, took Aegis, and defended the tower. It's a half elf. You're fine with that. So, what's PA got queued up? Got an Ags queued up. Interesting. Not the worst. It can be really strong. So let's see how this continues. Lincoln's popped by the PA, and Hand of Midas on Ogre. Not always the bit of a greedy option. Bristle being caught out here by the Centaur and the Storm. They're gonna find it. Or are they? He's so tanky. Yeah, they will. So it's going to get got. The blink up and the dodge. Ooh, is it a dodge? I don't know, but the Force Staff isn't enough, and he's trapped on the high ground. The man is going to give his life, and that's a 2-0 right here. Or is it going to be 3? The Muerta is a little far out, and you can fear him, but they're still going to find you, I think. This PA jumps up, throws the dagger, and it's going to be a kill. So Radiant punishing Dire positioning here, grouping up, and abusing this power spike that they have. Leshrac staying a little bit too low, misreading what's going on here. Gonna end up giving his life, and Weaver has to run. Ult at the ready, but it's a 5k net worth differential here. PA is back. Got rid of the Ags. Don't need that. Need a Basha. That's what we need. Right and proper Basher. That's what PA is gonna queue up. So it's turning around for this Radiant team. This is hitting the timing. This is denying the mid tower. What is so Storm also has a Lincoln's queued up. So I think that makes sense, especially if you're zipping in, you're going to get Yulesed. Can really throw off your combo. I think sometimes BKB is a little bit better, but it's hard to say. You gotta just read the game. So Dire grouping up a little bit here towards bottom, pinging out this Storm. He's a tricky one to catch. That map opening up for Radiant here. They've taken all the tier 1s, and if they can secure some map vision, they've been tiptoeing in, taking this and this, little areas around the map, and securing their entrances to farm. PA can roam around the map and find that farm right now. Storm maybe setting a trap here for the Earthshaker. He knows he's somewhere around here, I think. He's pinging it. He pinged out where he warded, so I think Radiant knows there's a ward over there. Dire posturing really aggressively despite losing the last fight in this part of the map. Taking away that farm. Leshrac, BKB queued up. I think he needs it. It's a tough thing getting controlled constantly. Bristle still has that pipe queued up with a BKB as well. So we'll see which one he actually is going for first. PA Basher at the ready. Ags back queued up. So we'll see what happens there. This next Roche in 2.5 minutes. That's the important one. That's the one that drops the shard. It's a big useful power spike. But I think everyone on Radiant already has their shard, not Ogre. It's a pretty good one. So Ogre, it's more of a core kind of build, I would say, going Ags and Midas. So interesting transition there. Halberd at the ready from the Centaur. Echo Slam, I heard it being used in the corner. They found two, but it's not enough burst damage, and we're gonna have to return Macro Pyre here right upon their Earthshaker and the Leshrac, and it's going to be a 1-1 trade, a buyback onto the Earth Spirit. Can they catch the Storm Spirit? I don't think they can. The man just zipped away. And Centaur posturing up here on the high ground. Do they see this? I don't think they do. The stun directly upon the on the Weaver, but no follow-up. It's a bit of a chaotic fight here. We have Earthshaker down here getting caught again. This would be a dieback if this man drops, but Storm Spirit is out really far. Can they get the kill? Everyone's slowed inside this, but Storm actually ends up dropping. That's a lot of damage onto the PA. She has to run. So it's a bit wonky. It's nice to get those diebacks, but it feels bad. Ooh, and whiffing the stomp. That feels bad, man. But he was BKB'd anyway. You wouldn't have hit it. So this Bristle just pushing in pretty deep, but it's a lot of damage coming back from that PA, and he's going to fall. He just got obliterated. I think it was the break from the fan of knives that did it. It was going to be enough. He didn't, I don't think, expect to be broken right there. So PA finding the opening and able to punish it. Trading 1 for 2 here. Big swing. So 6k net worth differential. 35 minutes in. Roche not up yet. It's going to be another 30 seconds, Weaver. Go do something else. And BKB almost at the ready for Leshrac. Shiva's queued up on the Centaur. No connection. Now, going back to what I talked about at the very beginning of this match, I talked about what I was going to be looking out for. I talked about how it's going to be about team fights. It's going to be about vision. I think we're already seeing that. You know, where people are posturing up on high grounds, hiding in the shadows, going for those blink initiations. It's all about getting the double initiations, the double hoof stomp, the double echo slam. It's the double earth spitter. It's gonna be all these things. I say spitter, it's a splitter, and split earth. Earth splitter is Elder Titan, I think. Who can keep track? Anyway, as we're farming away here, we're gonna be looking for these moments where there's a vision advantage. Right now, Dire has really good posturing here in the Radiant jungle, but I think Radiant has a better situation when going towards Roche. They've already set up their sentries. They know there's not vision there. They can focus on trying to get vision or wrapping around. So it's interesting. Right now, Radiant, for one other than Storm Spirit, down here at bottom, Dire on the high ground. Won't find any connection. They'll just back out. Smoke up. So this is 3 smoked here on Radiant's side. Gonna look for any kind of connection here. Going for a little bit of a D ward. I think they're pinging out that. And I completely missed that they were taking Roche in. So Dire gets the free Roche. I'm so focused on the smokage going on down here. So Dire takes the Roche. I didn't see who got the shard. But TP down onto the bottom. They're going to try to catch this PA, but doesn't look like anything will catch. And PA jumping in with the Storm to go for the kill. And big punish. Tips coming out passive aggressively from the own team. And so who has the Aegis? Weaver has the Aegis and an MKB. So Weaver hits like a truck. And it's mostly, you know, as long as he doesn't get caught. I mean, he has his BKB. It's pretty strong right now, but does he get much stronger? Ooh, and he finds the Storm Spirit, and it's gonna be an insta kill. That feels bad. Just get caught like that. And I think he got caught in the silence. He couldn't zip out. Didn't quite see the whole thing. I was looking at items, but Weaver. Oh no, I think he right-clicked him with the Mindbreaker and got silenced. I think that's what it was. That's rough. Ooh, big Echo Slap coming out directly onto 2, but it's not going to be enough to actually kill it, or actually will. He's going to give his life. That's Aegis down, Ogre's down. Storm Spirit has to buy back to secure this thing. They're going to try to stun the boy as soon as he's out, but it's not going to be enough damage. And this whole fight is really crazy because it's happening in 2 places. So Bristleback, BKB'd and running away, and Weaver running over to meet him. So the bug dies but comes back, and so did the Storm Boy, but for different reasons. So it's a bit of a wild fight, but high ground continues to be defended. 13k net worth differential. Aegis gone, but all the racks still stand. So Radiant jumping out really aggressively. Ooh, that's far. Oh man. And the follow-up from his team. So he does all the initial damage, and they come. The cleanup crew comes and finishes that. It's a BKB used by Weaver. We're down to 6 seconds here, so we'll call it a gain for a kill. They're finally going to take this outpost, which will be quite useful for them to get some more XP. Ags up on Ogre. It's an extra stun. Makes sense this game with so many Lincolns being put together. That's a cool stun. You can always cast it. Pipe on Jakiro. And a Greaves ready. They're gonna cap that back. BKB queued up on the Storm, so he's got to be able to dispel that silence and go for any plays. PA almost ready with that the Aghanim Scepter. We're gonna see a big group up here. We see some posturing here. Centaur tanking it up, but they're gonna find the Leshrac, and this stun with the initial connection with the Basher. Is it going to be enough? He's a very tanky boy, but he's dropping low. Fights splitting out from 2 areas, and Leshrac will actually fall, and so will Jakiro on the back line. He'll immediately buy back, but the Earthshaker's going to die. BKB used on the PA. He's caught in all this. He's disarmed. He's silenced, and he's going to actually fall. That's Ogre falling too. The buyback seems to be worth it from this Leshrac, and this Abyssal Blade guaranteeing that stun. Ogre buys back. I think they want to go for that high ground defense right now. So Radiant, it's looking good in the initial fight, but the buybacks really tilt the tide. There's not a whole lot they can do to really fend it off. So fortification coming out. Storm coming in from downtown, not able to do a whole lot. They're just trying to deep push this as much as they can. No fortification left. A lot of damage coming out on the tower. It's looking like it's going to fall. This annoying chaining of the split earth. It's very bad. And then Ogre ends up falling. So it's going to be a whole bottom lane falling. Dire sitting pretty here, pushing repeatedly. We see a connection onto the Leshrac. Is it going to be enough follow-up damage to the Storm? It is. So the man falls. PA buys back. Will we see another miracle here? Goes in with the break and the blink, and it's going to be a kill onto the Bristleback. So Huerta getting caught with the ice path, and you can slow with the ghosts, but you're going to give your life. And it's a decent trade. I don't think PA wanted to buy back there, but they held on to the whole middle lane, which is quite important. So the net worth stayed about the same. PA going for the extra follow-up onto the Weaver. I don't know if he has enough here. It's gonna have time lapse up in 2 seconds. Maybe he can like kind of bait this out. And there's gonna be an extra stun from the PA coming in. It will be enough. Oh, that feels bad. It was just about to come up. Man, I did not expect them to get that. So that's a huge victory. That's really what you want. How are they going to use this? Roche is not up. I don't. Now they know. So they're going to have to decide how they play the map. Are they going to push? Or are they going to go try to find the Earthshaker? Looks like they're going to go try to find the Earthshaker. So creeps are going to push. We see some pings coming out. Hey boys, we should push. But no. There's blood in the water. And they find the Earthshaker and they're going to kill him. So maybe it's the opening they were looking for. Tower being slow siege with this centaur. What is this called again? Retaliate. It's like return? No. And the tier 2s are broken. They can take the outpost. So this kind of neutralizes some of that dire advantage with Roche. And with 1 minute up, it might be the opening that Radiant are looking for to actually take Roche. So they're feeling strong right now. BKB is up and ready. Abyssal queued up on this PA, and they're posturing in this top lane, in this top dire jungle that they want to find the pickoffs. They want to find the farm, and they want to take Roche. So PA out a little aggressively, I would say. All it takes is getting stunned one time or feared, and then you'll fall. But they're pinging out. Hey, we need wards for Roche. They're gonna make Ogre sitting there for a little bit, and he says no, I don't want to, and he leaves. So Storm does it. So a bit of an unlucky timer, I think, for Radiant, that this is whenever Roche spawns, but we'll see how Dire retaliates. So Muerta, haven't looked at her items in a while. His Guardian Greaves and a Halberd. Halberd's pretty strong this game. On the PA, we saw her get disarmed down here in this bottom fight. It was pretty rough to see. What talents are we looking for? We've hit 25s around, so we have a overload attack bounce. It's pretty strong. And what about on the Dire side? Level 22. Level 26 with one Gemini attack, it's pretty good too. And over here, whoops. Over here we have not yet level 23 Leshrac. Leshrac really falling off on the levels here, a little bit behind. So we'll be looking for that. So BKB used up here by the Bristleback, had to use it to retreat. So it's a bit of an opening right now if they want to force something. Radiant moving towards this top to connect, with Dire doing a bit of the same, but Leshrac not sticking with them. Stampede used, kind of strangely. Jakiro wandering aimlessly in the woods and getting punished for it. So PA getting caught here, feared and really low, has to BK up. He's gonna jump away, living on nothing but bread over here. And the buyback from the Jakiro ends up connecting a stun, but it's not enough. The Elver ends up dying. So it's gonna be a double kill for the Weaver. Satanic at the ready. He's a tanky boy. And they're running up here to catch the Storm. Can he get away? He started his TP. I think he'll be fine. So, bit of an awkward fight. I think some miscommunication perhaps by the Radiant team. The Stampede was used, and then Jakiro just kind of wandered in where they pretty much knew the enemy was, and it was kind of strange. So, yeah, we'll chalk it up to miscommunication and move on. So Roche gonna be up in a minute, and the net worth lead grows. So 10k differential here. Blinking onto the Earthshaker here. I didn't even see his health bar. It just went from full to nothing. He got critted, and he'll buy back instantly, which maybe a bit of a rage buyback there. this late in the game, we want your buybacks to mean something. So a lot of lines being drawn out about Roche. Radiant stacked up. So they have a smoke at the ready.
Those things aren't cheap, you know.
I don't know if they do. Storm doing a good job just shoving out these lanes, but he's gonna get caught here. The Lincoln's is not enough to save him. That thing was popped and he was dead. So bit of an opening here for Dire if they want to try to find it. The blink in, the Echo Slam used, but it's not anything really. It did no damage, and he's gonna die. That's a dieback. So Storm could buy back here, and they would have the numbers advantage. Going deep over here, PA has to back up because he's really low. Ogre trying to kind of pull the fight separately. He'll end up giving his life, and Jakiro will TP away on the side lanes here. So I think it was an opening for Storm to buy back there. I don't know. Maybe it just didn't read right, but Radiant able to find at least a return kill, and as a dieback. Getting pushed up in here. Jakiro just trying to live along with the PA, stunned up, and that's Deb without buyback. That feels bad. Storm actually ends up buying back here. The bristleback gonna die. They're gonna give the top racks to them though. So just this middle lane left. They connect onto the Weaver, stunned up. It's a lot of damage. And they're actually going to get him, so that's a big rebuttal here. Also picking up the Huerta. It's a 4-man wipe. It's going to be a whole team wipe here. It looks like this Centaur is going full raid boss mode. This man is tanky, and this Leshrac is going to die. So it's a full team wipe. Lots of buybacks at the ready, but Radiant living here with one melee racks left. The only thing left in the tank to save them. And we'll have to see how they continue here. 6K net worth differential. PA up in a minute. What's Roche looking like? Refresher and cheese. Radiant, understanding. We got to get Roche. This is our opening. We have nothing left. we got to get Roche. So they're gonna go for this. Centaur being super tanky with a basher in these fights. I think he got some clutch stuns in that team fight, which made all the difference. And the Abyssal queued up, so that's gonna be a guaranteed extra stun that he can get in team fights. Try to lock down this Weaver. It's pretty cool. Radiant, understanding some of the things they got to do here. Refresher shard, can't really decide who to give it to. Looks like Centaur will take it. And Radiant will dip. Let's get out of there. Alright, what items? What items are coming up? The Wind Waker. Coming up on the Leshrac. PA. Going for that ultra late game Battle Fury? Nah. Nah, man. I mean, I guess you gotta push out lanes. It's whatever you need. Alright, so some nice aggressive vision over here by Dire. 3K net worth differential. Dire with just one building away from mega creeps. Buyback on PA and PA only for Radiant. Huerta and Weaver with the buybacks, so. Both teams just kind of sparring with each other, poking and prodding, looking for the openings. Who will find the vision? Who will find the initiation? Weaver going up here, kind of, I think, spotting out. No, just going for a bit of a farm here. I thought maybe he spotted out the Storm Spirit. Let's see if he goes for that play. Nah, he's going to dip. He doesn't want to mess with that. But he has some help here from the Leshrac. They're going to try to do something here. before they can do anything, Storm Spears is going. So he'll get out. He'll be fine. The wave will continue to push though. So Radiant looking for any kind of opening here that they can utilize. And Dire, Hex ready on Bristleback. So a lot of control that can come out on this man, but not a lot of defensive usage. He's broken and he's dead. The Echo Slam didn't do a whole lot of anything, and this Bristle's gonna fall. So that's 2 down, both without buyback. This PA hitting like a truck, and Radiant has an opening here. It's less than 1k net worth differential. These boys can push now. Or can they? They have to de-push. So first we have to see. Finally, I'm so glad that Ogre bought a support item. That was annoying me as a support player, just seeing the Ogre queue up all these items and then going for a Glimmer Cape at the 45-minute mark. That's what you love to see. So nevertheless, he bought it in the end. That's what matters. So it's Storm, Aegis at the ready. Probably the best Aegis carrier you could ask for in the game. So use all your mana, get it back. So it's pretty good. And we'll see the cheese in the PA. Maybe we'll see a clutch cheese play. Satanic actually queued up here. So going for a sensible build. Jakiro maybe getting caught here, and Leshrac maybe getting caught here. Looks like the Storm came to the aid of them, but Dire has a bunch of a rebuttal here with the Weaver and the Muerta showing up. Looks like they'll be able to get out. Storm doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank right now, and Jakiro's just going to try to TP away. Yeah, he'll be fine. So, bit of a close call there, where it's looking like Jakiro was getting God, and then it looked like Leshrac was getting God, and then it looked like Storm was getting God, and then they all get out fine. So these are these crazy late game moments when it all comes down to just razor thin margins and just finding that opening, outsmarting your opponents. So what opening will Radiant find? They still have Aegis for, what, another 30 seconds? So a little bit disappointing they didn't go for like a smoke play. They've kind of been stuck just de-pushing. But ladies and gentlemen, for the first time this game, 1k net worth lead in the direction of Radiant. I don't dare look at what Dota Plus thinks of this, but I gotta see. It gives them a 55% chance. This was 81% in the bag for Dire. And it's looking slightly in the favor of Radiant, despite their abysmal base stage. So Dire grouping up here, going for any kind of pickoff they can find. The Centaur's out really far. He's going to get silenced and right-clicked and stunned up. He's pretty low. He has buyback though, so perhaps just tanking the gank there. He is tanky, but he fell pretty quickly with all of Dire there. So is this the opening they need? They ping their one building they have left. Can they hold it? I'm going to be watching PA this fight. This is going to be key. Her movement, she's going to be jumping around. BKB used by the Earthshaker. Not a whole lot of follow-up though. He whiffs the Echo and Storm jumps in. BKB used, and it's a lot of damage, but that's Mega Creeps. They end up getting the building, so no one actually dying yet, just a lot of damage coming out from both sides, and Muerta will be the first to fall, quickly followed by this Bristleback, who just gets blown up whenever he's broken. So smoke up from Dire. They got what they wanted. They're dipping. They're leaving because they got the Mega Creeps. So these are the tough games when Creeps just pushing in. Ogre doesn't know he's walking into a trap directly here. He gets silenced from the high ground. Ooh, there's dragons here. And the man ends up falling. The Storm coming in deep to try to save him. He's silenced. He's pretty low. He's bugged up. And Jakiro's going to fall trying to save him. He doesn't have buyback, but Ogre did buyback after all. PA's over here. BK beat up, but no targets. He doesn't know who to go on. They find the Leshrac over here in the corner. But, yeah, they do actually find the fight. The Aeon Disc triggered onto the Earthshaker. It's a lot of damage, but he don't have it no more, and he has no mana. The man's going to fall. So the base is getting pushed over here, and it's you know, you can kill all of them, but you can't push. So what do you do? Radiant going, trying to reclaim some of that map and pushing out towards mid. Catching this Weaver will be a prize. Doesn't look like it'll connect. Haven't seen a gem be bought this game by anybody. PA did end up buying that Battle Fury. I missed that. Interesting. Guess you gotta push waves. I guess they were expecting megas, you know. Late game Battle Fury. They find the Weaver. It's a big stun, and they get the man. He got caught out. That's a huge opening. The connection there by the Centaur. You know, Centaur, I'm gonna say it. This is a rough early game, but the man has secured some of these last fights. It's been absolutely massive. So just tanking anything Dire can throw at them right now. They're just gonna try to push this. They break the bristle. It's a lot of damage. The man falls apart every time they do that. He can BKB up, but I think he's gonna fall. Is he? I don't know. They're actually able to save the guy. He'll fall on the back line, but Ogre living on a prayer over here. The Glimmer that he bought won't save him. They're gonna smoke up, try to chase. PA about half health, boots in the backpack, and gonna TP out. So a bit of an awkward fight where Centaur wasn't able to really do what he wanted to, posturing up on the high ground, and they weren't able to get the tower. So no buildings really left other than just these tier 4s, and Radiant having to defend without their Ogre. Meanwhile, Dire pushes without their bristles, so it's a bit of a 4-on-4 interesting battle here. The connection will happen onto 2. The BKB will be used, but there will not be enough follow-up. They'll try to go onto the Earthshaker, and the Aeon Disc will pop deep, jumping deep into the Weaver. The man's got his target. It's a lot of damage. He's stuck in this macro pyre, but he's gonna fall. He's not. He's gonna be okay. He's gonna walk away. So Storm jumping in deep onto the back line. These bounces are so much damage. They're gonna take 2. That's incredible. Radiant ends up defending. Couldn't remember time lapse. I was like, he time lapse out of it, but nevertheless, they're gonna push here. So incredible defense by the Radiant team, where they picked off the right targets. You know, this Centaur, that fight really impressed me. He just sat on the Weaver the whole fight, made it so that Weaver couldn't hit any other targets. He couldn't hit PA, he couldn't do anything else. He just made his life hell, and that was really effective for just creating so much discord and chaos in the fights that the damage dealers could focus on doing their jobs. Big ol' wave of mega creeps pushing in. They're just going to fortify through it and kind of just try to use this opening at 45 seconds without the Leshrac. Is Muerta going to buy back? She died over there. So Echo Slam is back up. Bit of a fight happening up here. Storm taking a lot of damage. They're not able to find the Weaver. Kind of 2 fights happening over here. Storm, getting caught with the Earth Shaker and the Weaver connecting together. So bit rough. Tier 5 items coming out, so they're farming these up. Ooh, catching the Ice Path onto the Earthshaker. They're gonna jump in. It's gonna be enough. The PA is gonna find it, gonna instantly interrupt that TP, and they're just gonna stampede out of there, try to just disengage while this BKB is being used, and maybe PA tries to go for the counter initiate here. She's done this kind of stuff before, where they try to back and then they jump right back in. Oh, the damage coming out. There's so much burst. Do they have an opening here? I think they do if they can just wait out the break. Centaur just tanking this up. The man is nigh unkillable, reflecting so much of this damage. He's feared up. He's actually killable after all. The man falls, and PA has to run away. So, 2 minutes without the Centaur. Dire going for Aegis. Going to get Roche, get the Aegis. Ags, cheese, and a refresher. This is a bunch of loot. So, let's see who gets stuff. didn't see who picked up the Ags. Muerta gets it. Muerta has no Ags. All right. And we'll see. We'll see. Anyway. Okay. So Stygian Desolate. It's a great item for PA. Great tier 5. And this next defense. This is it for Radiant. Aegis onto the Weaver. That second life. Prepared. 1 minute without the Centaur. 30 without the Earthshaker. Make a creep defense. These are the rough games. It looks bad, but you play tower defense. Heart up on the bristle. The man falls pretty quick when he's broken. But he's a little bit tankier now. Going for that chain stun. Storm jumping out to deep push. Just trying to keep that wave away for as long as possible. Earthshaker's up. 20 seconds on the Centaur. Posturing really aggressively here. This bristle has to be KB. Used his Hex already, catching a bit of a bash here, but on the back line, PA finding the Muerta and having to BKB herself, but finding the connection. Dire whiffing some skills here, getting a double Echo Slam, but it's not enough to actually finish anybody, and he'll fall. That's 3 down by Dire. Aegis going down. This back line over here. This is so much damage on this Leshrac. He's stuck in the macro power. He's not dying. The Weaver ends up dying. It's a 5-man wipe. Radiant holds. They have nothing left. They just have the Aegis. It's the only building they got. Well, they got this little guy with 50 health, but it's all they got. It's just the Ancient, and so they're gonna push now. Hopefully. I hope they don't go farm. They're gonna push. This is the opening. 20k net worth differential. What does Dota Plus say? It's still 55%. It's like everyone's dead. We still don't know if you can do it. So this Radiant crew pushing in, but also farming. Like what could you possibly farm? Anyway, pushing in this mid. Storm TPing in. Fortification used. They're gonna go GG. Push. Only buyback on this Muerta. Fortification used again. Buyback up on the Leshrac. He'll get hexed. He'll get daggered. He'll get stunned. He'll get pulled into the vortex, and he's gonna get stunned again and killed by the Macropyre. The Radiant team, ladies and gentlemen, they've done the undoable. They killed the Dire Ancient. They did it. What a game! What a game! That was a real doozy. That was really fun to cast. Thank you for sending that my way. I had a lot of fun casting that, and if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing to my channel, and if you have any other games that you'd like me to cast, feel free to send them my way. I'm kind of a newish caster. I'm looking for feedback. If there's something you saw like I could do that better in a constructive way, let me know. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, this is me. Until next time, peace.